Alright, in this video, we're going to show you how I figured to properly clean iPhone 5 LCD after you've separated it from the broken glass. And this is to refurbish the iPhone 5 LCD. Alright, so you got your glue on here, left over from the separation. This black box here is the light box, or the backlight, whatever you want to call it. It's held in place here on the LCD flex cable by 3 solder points underneath a piece of tape. And before we do anything with cleaning this glass, we want to remove this light box. Now, this light box is kind of tricky. I mean, it's so thin, the LCD is so thin. I keep my nails just a little bit long so I can play with these things. But you're going to find you some leeway here on the side. If you have a little bit of heat, that could help. It's not going to hurt the light box if you get a little bit hot. That helps loosen that tape that's holding that light box to the LCD. Now we're going to start at the side. And pull that light box down where you can get underneath it. When you pull it down, you can take a guitar pick if you wanted to and try to run it across that. I'm going to use my fingernails. Run along to the bottom. Once you get to the bottom, lost it. Run along to the bottom. You're going to be reusing this light box, so you want to keep it intact. And that black tape has to come with it. Of course, it's a pain in the ass. So I'm keeping the black tape intact, keeping it with the light box. Now, around corners, you got to be careful. You want to break that LCD. Alright, so I made it all the way around the bottom. Try to get around this other side a little bit. There. Slowly get it to separate. Let it touch back to the LCD because it'll stick all over. Alright, now up close to the top here is where you got to be careful, because if you let this light box stick on this corner, it'll crack that down LCD, and that's it. Slowly separating there. Putting a little bit of pressure, just to keep pressure on it. And slowly separate. Okay, so this is the light box taken off. Black tape around the edges intact. Now, you're going to take this light box completely off of this LCD. To do that, I use the soldering gun. Hit the 3 solder points right there on the LCD flex cable and slightly put pressure back with this light box, and that thing will come right off of there. And you'll resolder that back on once the cleaning is done. Now your light box, you want to keep it out of the way so it doesn't get dirty. Cleaning this LCD, there's a bunch of different cleaners that people use. I've tested several ones. There's somebody on eBay selling this one, some kind of cheap cleaner. And if you see this one, this is the main one that I use, and it'll be just like that in the bottle, the eBay ad and everything. It's like $15, I think, for that. And this is the better one because it's stronger than that one from that eBay seller. There are 2 different sellers there. Alright, to use this remover, you're removing the local glue off of the LCD. I use a syringe. Makes it easier to distribute the remover. Put droplets on this LCD all over. And the stuff dries pretty quick like paint thinner. It stinks like paint thinner too. Alright, now in this glue you have leftover pieces of glass. So when you're spreading this remover, you got to be careful. You don't want to grind those pieces of glass into the LCD and scratch it. It'll look like shit when you're done. And you ain't got the light box back there, so you ain't got to worry about the remover leaking into the light box and messing that up. And we're going to leave that light box off completely all the way until we put this thing back together with local glue. Alright, so cleaning process, let that set for a second. Then you can take your razor blade, plastic razor blade. I wouldn't use a regular metal razor blade. I've seen people do it on YouTube and wouldn't recommend it. It's pretty stupid. Plastic razor blade. And when you're scraping this off here, you gotta keep in mind you still got shards of glass left over from the brake. So what I want to do is try to scratch that top layer off of there without putting any pressure. Just glide it across there. Pull off the local glue. And I use a lot of napkins, Kleenexes actually. So if you want to do it this way, invest in some Kleenexes. So I'm just taking that top layer off and trying to remove that leftover broken glass with it. Alright, so I got that layer off. Put on some more cleaner so it can penetrate more. Keep in mind, I can feel the glass still in there. So you want to be careful when you're scratching it off because you don't want to scratch your LCD up. You start here at the top, same thing, work your way to the bottom. Not too much pressure, work your way to the bottom. Do it again. As you can see, that local glue that was on there is thinning out. See that LCD more clearly. There's still shards of glass in there, so be careful. Alright, so for removing the leftover glue here, this is pretty much the way to do it. Get you some remover, whatever it is, doesn't matter, I guess. This one's less time consuming because it works quicker than the other stuff. It stinks, so you could get you a little face mask if you wanted to, so you don't have to inhale that fume. But that's pretty much it. So you got the light box removed. You're working on the LCD local glue, and once you get that cleaned up, then the next step is to refurbish by using local glue, putting on new glass, and putting it under UV light and all that stuff, and we'll get to that one in the next video.